Hello and welcome. We are going to be reviewing for the Module 5 test. So we're going to go through some sample problems here. So in this first one, it wants us to write an equation of a line that passes through a point, -7, 5, and has the slope of -3. So we start by writing y equals blank x plus blank. Now, what number goes into this first blank? It's our slope, so we're going to fill in the number -3. Now we need to find our y-intercept. So to find our y-intercept, we need to substitute a number in for y and a number in for x, and then solve for the y-intercept. So what number are we going to substitute in place of y? Yep, we're going to put in a 5. Now, what number are we going to substitute in place of x? -7. And then we're going to solve for b. So now we're going to multiply -3 times -7 and get 21. Now, how do I move 21 to the other side? Do I add 21 or subtract 21? And we get -16 for b. So go fill in the last blank and we get a -16. So our equation is y equals -3x plus a -16. All right, example number 2. So it's the same kind of thing. They want us to write an equation, y equals blank x plus blank. Do they tell us the slope so that we can fill in this first blank? And the slope is 1/4. Now we have an ordered pair, x, y. So what number are we going to substitute in place of y? -1. What number are we going to substitute in place of x? 20. Now we're going to go ahead and do the math. So we're going to multiply 1/4 times 20. And 1/4 times 20 is 5. And now are we going to add 5 or subtract 5 from both sides? So we're going to subtract 5. And -1 minus 6 minus 5 is a -6. So go fill in the last blank with a -6. All right, one more problem. So we're going to make this one step more difficult, and they're not going to tell us the slope. So we still have y equals blank x plus blank. So we can't fill in either blank right now. The first thing we're going to do is solve and find out what slope is. So what letter goes on top? Is it x or y? And remember, it's change in y over change in x. So I like to circle those y values so that we focus on the correct numbers. So on top, we're going to have 4 minus a -2. And on the bottom, we're going to have a -3 minus 6. So on top, remember, use your calculator. Minus the negative, this turns into 4 plus 2. So we get 6. And on the bottom, we get a -9. So now we can divide both top and bottom by 3. So when we take 6 and divide by 3, we get 2. And you take -9 and divide by 3, we get 3. And we have the slope of -2/3. So that goes in your first blank. All right, now, which ordered pair can we use? The first one, -3, 4, or the second one, 6, -2, or can we use either one of them to find our y-intercept? Okay, we can use either one of them. So I'm just going to use the second one, x, y. So in place of y, I'm going to substitute what number? a -2. Leave your slope -2/3. And what am I going to substitute in place of x? And that's a 6. And we're going to solve for b. So grab your calculators and take -2/3 times 6. And what do we get? So 3 goes into 6 twice, and 2 times -2 is a -4. So now are we going to add 4 or subtract 4 from both sides? Add 4. So -2 plus 4 is a +2. So the y-intercept is a +2. All right, hope this helps with your test.